Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm joined here by Graham from the team, but also Larissa and Marcel from IntelliRank. They're one of our sponsors here at the EBB Launchpad with our Voyaj project. So we're so excited to welcome them for another video here today. And we're going to be giving an update on where we're at with the brand and get some expert opinions. And they're going to be talking about some of the services they're going to be incorporating into our brand when we're getting ready for our launch on Amazon. And I'm super excited because we're only a couple months away from actually releasing the product, having it ready and available for all of you beautiful people. So I'm going to give a quick update. I'm going to hand it over to the rest of the team here, and we're going to continue to chat on how we're going to be maximizing our launch when it comes to our brand on Amazon. So just to give a bit of a background and update, some of the strategies that we're currently working on. Right now, we're working on the back end of building up some of our social media platforms. And so we really just went out and we're just starting to provide value to the community, start to talk about who we are as founders, who we are as a brand, what our goals are, and really what we want to accomplish with this brand. We're also building a private Facebook community. We'll have a link down in the description if you want to go check that out. Lots of travel tips and everything really related to travel, as the majority of the products that we're coming out with are related to travel. And all of us founders here at Voyaj and the Launchpad are super passionate about traveling. So that's a couple of different strategies, without going into too much detail, that we're going to be working on. So I'm going to hand it over to Graham, and Graham, you can talk a little bit about where we're at with the process and our product and what kind of our timelines are actually looking like right now.
Yeah, so we have a couple iterations in the go right now. Through our keyword research with Brandon Young at Data Dive, there's been a lot of data regarding the keywords that people are looking up to identify this type of product. And throughout that process, we've identified many keywords that have given us ideas for differentiation. So we originally had the product that you guys know about in our last update with the bar underneath. We're actually looking to take that out. It's going to reduce our cost of goods by about 10 to 15%, which is going to be massive on our back end. But also the actual use of that specific differentiation point, we didn't see resonated with a lot of our target demographic. So we wanted to take that out, change it, and offer a much better product to our customers. And throughout that process, we've got a sample confirmed with our manufacturer. The quality looks great. The lead times look great. And we're just doing a final little push to see if we can get that price down a tiny bit more. Our goal is to hopefully have everything buttoned up and ready to go before Chinese New Year here, coming at the beginning of February. However, if timelines don't line up, because we don't want to sacrifice time for the quality of the product. We'd rather make the quality of the product specifically amazing rather than just launching for the sake of getting out there. So if time persists, we will be able to launch before Chinese New Year, if not just after. But that's going to be a rough little timeline for when we're ready to launch. We do have in the works another variation of this product that we're not sure if we want to kind of launch right out of the gates, or work in the background to see if we can do our main launch on our travel brand and then come in with the home branded specific product. Simply because most of our branding on social, our pre-sale, all of that's going to be related to travel and a traveling demographic, where this variation is going to be more home related, specifically targeting different keywords on Amazon, and not much of an external traffic push other than the community we've already built. So maybe talking through a strategy on timelines of coming out of the gates with both both variations, or launching the main variation first and then merging the listings or doing a child variation later once we have that product a little bit more developed. So maybe we can talk through a little bit of the strategy there, but that's a rough update on our specific sampling.
Actually, this is amazing news.
Yeah, incredible. So, I mean, as experts of launching and ranking products on Amazon, I'm sure that you've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of different brands and assisted them with it. What are some things that you guys would consider and are going to advise for us to be doing and thinking about coming into this stage of really getting ready to launch?
Larissa, want to start?
Yeah. So the first thing to start with should be like from the very first day when the product will be live on Amazon, like a product testing campaign. It is very useful to gain some real customer insights about the product, about what your real end user will want to provide in terms of feedback about the product, and we definitely can help you out with organizing one or maybe two product testing campaigns, considering that the home variation will be slightly different. And together with the product testing campaign, I would suggest to enroll some user generated content, and the user generated content to be provided by content creators, and engage it later on in some PPC ads and maybe Amazon post as well. So this is like the rough overview of the entire strategy that I see as of now for the product in the upcoming months. But of course, when it comes to the product testing campaign, Marcel can tell you more on how to organize that based on the keywords that you discovered and you analyzed, and to make sure that the listing is fully optimized before we can start the product testing campaign. Yeah.
Also, I can throw in a lot of ideas here. So think about it from day one. So we do have two variations, one for traveling and the other one will be for home. I'm not sure if that will be under the same parent. I wouldn't add it under the same parent.
Yes.
But this is, again, I'm throwing out ideas. So we're still in the brainstorming session. I would definitely put them in separate parenting, so to speak, maybe add on variations in colors for each of them, because you'll be targeting different categories. So this means with Amazon, they have to be in different categories. We'll look into it slightly later. Now, when it comes to the launch, leveraging Vine would be a great idea. You do not want to add all variations under the same parent when you create the listings into Amazon. I would personally add them separately and benefit
Initially.
Yeah. And benefit for each of the variations for up to 30 reviews. Everyone knows that starting on the Amazon platform is hard to get reviews on. So leveraging Vine into this will get you, if you have, let's say, for the first variation, you have 3 color variations. Let's think about this for a moment. You can insert into Vine 3 different ASINs, which can get you up to 30 reviews for each. So that's up to 90 reviews from the start, which is a great way to also get the Vine reviewer's opinion on how the product is going. Apart from that, the listing creation is very important. SEO or inside Amazon, but also outside Amazon SEO is very important to be considered on Google. Looking at the listing, diving into questions and answers. That's another very important bit to consider to get more visibility, more keywords inserted there, and try to get more SEO. And apart from that, going into our product testing campaign. This means that we are orchestrating a mystery shopper program for the brand, which means that people will be purchasing from the brand and showing their unbiased opinion in terms of a survey. They will be completing a survey and give us their honest opinion on how the product is, and within the process also help the product get momentum, sales velocity, and why not ranking on the Amazon platform. This is what we do. This is part of our strategy, and getting visibility. In the end, with Amazon, it's very important to get sales. Amazon is after sales. Everyone is playing the sales game, so no reason to hide behind the finger here. You want to, whenever you start on Amazon, to get sales. I guess that would definitely be the case to generate sales every day. And a must, also user-generated content, like Larissa very well mentioned, and Amazon posts. The social media inside Amazon is growing with Amazon Post, Amazon Inspire. We are looking at a lot of ground to cover inside Amazon when it comes to social media, so that needs content.
Understood.
Yeah, and when it comes to the user-generated content, I would plan like a more in-depth when it comes to the details. For example, we need to establish a certain number of content creators to create videos, especially with the product. So these videos you can upload on the product page as well, and if possible in Amazon Post if the feature is released for the brand, because Amazon is releasing this new feature to incorporate videos within Amazon Post. It's already been rolling to sellers. Not all sellers have access to it, but soon will be available for everyone. So it's important to gain traffic from that part. And also, considering that you have like a strategy for Instagram, I would replicate the same strategy, of course, for Facebook, using the meta scheduling. It's very straightforward and very easy. And also, considering that it's a traveling product, I should think maybe about Pinterest and also TikTok influencers, and maybe a TikTok shop as well. It's a very hot topic as of now. So why not go on all social media channels and grab everything that's possible in terms of user-generated content and exposure?
Yeah, that's incredible. A lot of great insights there. For me, coming into it, not having gone through the process with IntelliRank, can you guys give a little bit of insight into what it would look like, a little bit more detailed, to work with IntelliRank to both find creators to help create UGC content? What's the engagement like? How do we deal with IntelliRank, deal with the content creators? What is kind of the structure of that? And then also when we're looking at the product testing campaigns, as a brand owner, we're making this video for people who want to become brand owners or are brand owners and really want to push it forward. What does that process look like to go through a product testing campaign? Because that's so intriguing. It's really important to get the reviews, really important to have that kind of social proof, but also it's actual product testing. So you're seeing the actual feedback with people having this product in their hands, using it in their everyday lives. And that gives the brand the ability to iterate and improve on their next batch of products. So what did those two processes look like with IntelliRank?
Yeah, I would start with the product testing. So within the product testing strategy, we start from the actual product and niche. So we need to understand the customer avatar in order to know exactly what we should look for when it comes to end users. So we will be searching in the traveling agency and traveling related profiles on social media, people that are following that kind of pages most probably, and try to interact with them and ask them to become product testers for this specific product. That means they will enroll to a specific campaign that will be dedicated for your brand, and they will be providing answers to a set of standard questions, or we can adapt and maybe adapt the questions within the survey for every product tester based on your needs. And here we can talk about maybe if they can suggest ideas for improvement, or if you are not very sure about a particular feature of the product and you are with doubts if you should have it there or not, you can ask that in a product testing survey campaign. And you can rely on real feedback about what the product is actually doing for your end users once they get the product. We can definitely have like a more in-depth conversation about what should be the question set that we apply for the product testers. And we can apply multiple questions with multiple possibility of answers, or even questions where the product testers can input like manually his personal opinion about the product. And this is like gold when it comes to insights, but this is only one part of the product testing campaign. The other part that no one talks about it, but is very important as well, is the sales velocity. And that means to plan how many product testers you need for the entire campaign in order to be competitive in the niche and to create enough sales velocity for your product within Amazon. And that starts the second question from the keyword research, because we need to know exactly what are the keywords in your niche and how competitive are each keywords that you want to be visible and displayed on. Yeah.
For
Graham?
Yeah, I got a quick question about the product testing campaign here. And the question comes from split testing. And we've done a good amount of split testing for the specific differentiation points that we want to offer with the product. However, a lot of the times with split testing, it's hard to really hone in on the demographic of the type of person that's reviewing the product. So when we post a split test, really the demographic of the people that are voting on split test A or split test B, it's a very broad group of people who may not even travel. They may not even have a suitcase or have been on a plane before, but they're giving their opinion on something that they would never use or have never used in the past. Does the product testers, do they have any specific filtration on demographics? Do you guys do anything to try and pick people that may use the product or anything of that nature? Or is it as well similar to the split tests where it's a broad group of people that may come in and give you feedback on the product if they have or haven't used it?
That's a very good question. So within the product testing campaign, the goal is to get people interested in the product. So we start from the premise that if they're interested in the product, they might use it. If they're not using it, nobody knows. So it's always a risk there. So, but usually when they're interested in working and giving their feedback on a product, they need it. They needed to gift it to someone. They needed to use it themselves. That's always a risk. But the main point that I want to underline here is that we're aiming for authenticity. And this is what we're doing in product testing and with UGC. I'll get into UGC shortly. I'll stick to product testing for now. I just want to outline that all the information gathered from the product testing is very valuable based on the questions that we're asking. So the answers will be as smart as the questions will be asking the product testers. And the most beneficial part is, like Larissa mentioned, is to look at it from the momentum and sales velocity that it brings to the Amazon ecosystem. So that's the power of the mystery shopper program when it comes to actually getting sales on the platform. And again, also getting valuable data, customer data from the product testers about the product, what can be improved. I don't think it will be the case, but we've had other campaigns in the past, a few of them that had some defects, and this is for all the brand owners out there. If everyone is bringing their lot into Amazon, so their units into Amazon, and there's a defect among those, they might get a lot of refunds, and in the end, Amazon will end up blocking the account. So that's a huge risk. But with our product, a lot of some Amazon sellers, not a lot, I don't want to bring this in the wrong way, have identified errors in production, which might have led to their account being closed. So it's a huge benefit in terms of finding out more details about the product, because we all know that we ship from China and we do not touch the products. For us in Europe, for example, we do not touch the products. We don't know what's ending up with the Amazon.
Only the samples that you order, and
yes,
the samples can way differ.
Yeah. So that's the power of the product testing that we're offering, the mystery shopper program. And I also want to underline something very valuable here. We are in no way associated with reviews. This campaign is for feedback in terms of a survey. We do not encourage or in no way influence reviewing on the product. However, if the testers decide to leave a review, that's out of our control, and we are not taking any step into that, just as a disclosure.
Yeah, that's really the strategy that you've outlined in my eyes kind of hits a lot of different aspects. One, the suggestion that you made about the Vine program with individual listings. So you can get that 30 reviews on each specific variation that you want to launch. And then in addition to that, you've got the feedback from the product testing campaign, as well as the boost in velocity to help with ranking. So in my eyes, it kind of hits every aspect that you're looking to uncover with a product launch.
can spread this product testing campaign into stages, like the initial one, the pre-launch and the launching stage, where we just try to rank, stay there, get visibility, get some reports, validate the listing. In the meantime, the Vine program will provide the reviews, you consolidate your position, and afterwards we can go with a more aggressive product testing campaign with more in-depth questions about your product, when you already know what to ask and what was the initial feedback, and rank for the top best keywords of the niche and stay there hopefully forever. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So really the strategy there is very similar to what we do with, say, like PPC or like optimizing listings for Amazon, where we kind of have that pre-launch, that setup, right? Really understanding our product, what people actually think, where potentially we can still make some tweaks. The launch, which is aimed to really help have a big boost when we first get there. And then, like you said, that more aggressive later, which is kind of like the optimization. Like, let's find out the nitty gritty small details that people either love or disliked with the product, so that we can continue to innovate, optimize our actual product, so that when it goes out to the masses over time, people are fully, truly satisfied with the product. I personally love that, because in the past, my experience has always been with ranking strategies completely around reviews, whether it's above board and with Amazon's terms of service or not. But by providing a service like this, you may potentially indirectly get the reviews, but you are getting the sales, and you're getting the most valuable thing, which is customer feedback. So you can make the best dang products that the most amount of people will actually want to buy and use in their lives, which is what really matters at the end of the day. And it's going to encourage people to be long-term customers, and you don't have the big upfront acquisition costs. And so you can really start to look at extending the lifetime value of your customer and serving your customers on the highest level. So I love it.
Exactly.
I'm excited.
And what we value very much, and this is what actually brought us as sponsors into the project, is the fact that what you guys are doing, you are actually creating a brand, and the brand tells a story. So this is very important for all the Amazon sellers and Walmart sellers out there. A brand is not just putting a logo on the product. It's more than that. It's about the
sell the inventory, and that's all.
Yes, exactly. Even though I don't want to be misunderstood. If you're selling anything and you're making money and you're happy, it's perfect. But I want to talk about my and our, let's say, IntelliRank's way of looking at businesses and building brands. Building brands is actually building a legacy out there. Building a good product, providing quality services and feedback to your
solving
customers.
A problem to the
Exactly.
to the public, getting something in a niche that you are doing way better than your competitors. You're improving something. You are giving value to the society actually through a product. Yeah.
Exactly. And this is when you look at it, is like Simon Sinek says, it's an infinite game. So you never stop improving, you never stop discovering and adding more to it, and building and giving more value to the customer. So I just wanted to underline this and say that I totally love it. I love Voyaj, and I'm eager to see where it will end up at the top.
Yeah, absolutely. As are we, and we're working hard behind the scenes to make that happen. And of course, we would not be able to do that without the help of the incredible sponsors that we really have with us. So guys, thank you so much for popping on today. We appreciate it. We're going to have more content with IntelliRank coming in the future. If you're interested in any of the services that IntelliRank talked about today, you can feel free to go check out their website, and some more information below. We're going to have that in the description, available for you. And not only does IntelliRank just do the product testing campaigns and UGC, they have a host of other services as well that brand owners can benefit, and we will absolutely use over time and talk about in future videos as well. So if any of that is interesting to you, go check out their website, and we will see you guys in the next video.